The operating system NetBSD 11.0 was released. This is how to install it in a QEMU virtual machine. The homepage netbsd.org. Go to either the release notes. We want in here two things, the AMD64 DVD, which you can download from here. The download was really quick, 1.6 gigabytes in size. And we also want the installation instructions for AMD64. Let's see where those are. So this is the CDN. The NetBSD project uses a list of mirrors, but which you can access in here. But then there's the main content delivery network, which probably offers superior speed and availability and freshness of software compared to the rest of the mirrors. In here, there's the directory for AMD64 and install.html with the installation procedure with quick notes for the impatient. I already have the install image, the ISO file. We're going to boot from it. The binary sets will be available. We can just start creating the virtual machine. File, new virtual machine, ISO, forward, browse, NetBSD. NetBSD 10.0, forward, 10 gigabytes random access memory, 14 vCPUs, 200 gigabytes NVMe, NetBSD, customize, finish, the better base port motherboard. We're going to keep BIOS. The disk will use the newest bus and the fastest, which is virt-io. The CD-ROM will use SATA, which is the newer and the faster version. Network interface card, device model, the newer and fastest, virt-io. And that's about it. Begin installation. The virtual disk is being created. It has booted from the DVD drive. The default option is boot normally. Timeout 5 seconds. And the installer will be started automatically, and this is it. Let's use the installer wizard. Installation messages in English. I press the enter key. Keyboard type US English, option B. Install NetBSD to hard disk. Shall we continue? Yes. LD0 to 100 gigabytes. virt-io. MBR. Correct. Use the entire disk. Use default partition sizes. It uses the newer file system, FFS v2EA. Partition sizes are okay. Swap, which is 10 gigabytes in size. Good idea. Shall we continue? Yes. Use BIOS console. Full installation, which means also the X sets, the X server. We're going to use the sets from the ISO file. I'm not sure what I selected in there because it has selected all of the sets, which is okay. I wanted to install the base system plus the X sets. Hit enter to continue. Local password for the user root. And other possible settings: configure network, virt-IO network interface card, empty for auto configuration. This is a DHCP, IPv4 and IPv6 client list, host name, NetBSD, no domain, correct values, right to /etc, time zone, America, page down a number of times until you get to letter N, New York, exit, root shell for the user root, sh, correct. I have set the password of the user root, binary package and package manager, yes, cdn, install package in and update package summary. This is the metadata list of packages available in the online repositories. Okay, so we can install, once we reboot into the freshly installed NetBSD operating system, we can use package in, space install, and then package name as the user root to install binary packages. We don't use package src. I want the SSH server. I want the XDM desktop manager. Add a user, maximum 8 characters and the length of the name of the user. Wheel group, so it can become super user using su command. Bin sh. And that should be all finished configuring. Let's look at the configuration of the virtual machine. The ISO file should have been removed from the DVD-ROM drive, which is the case. We have seen the NetBSD bootloader running from the virtual disk. Hopefully DHCP works, and we'll want to make sure that the SSH server is configured to start when the computer starts. XDM seems to work correctly. Or not. It seems to have locked in here. The XDM window has frozen. I couldn't advance to the edit box where I can enter the password of the user. I tried to switch to the VT1, Virtual Terminal 1, using Ctrl Alt F1. Let's see if that works. The user root does have a password. We should look at the configuration files for the services. So that's the file rc.conf from the directory /etc/defaults. Let's see if the SSH server is actually running. Let's look at the configuration file for the services /etc/rc.conf. So there's a /etc/defaults/rc.conf file with the defaults, and then the overrides for the current machine are in /etc/rc.conf without defaults. In here we can see that it says that the SSHD server should be running. Let's see if we can connect to this computer using SSH. Let's copy the network interface card IPv4 address. SSH username at and then IPv4 address. Yes. And asks for password for the user admin. Great. Can we become super user? And we can. Okay, so I managed to install NetBSD with the XSATs and XDM. I did not connect using the Xorg yet, but I could connect remotely in text user interface mode using the SSH protocol. So let's continue with the manual with the install instructions install.html file. We have managed to install. We have installed all of the sets, which are these ones: the base operating system, a kernel, man pages, GPU, firmware, kernel modules, statically linked executables with a recovery system, XSets, we have run the cc installation program, so this installer wizard that has been started automatically is probably cc-inst. And then we get to the chapter with post-installation steps. We saw that the services that should start when you restart the computer are mentioned in /etc/rc.conf. We have networking working, the HTTP client works correctly. We could connect using SSH, not using the user root probably, but using the user admin. We have created a user account. We saw that the X Windows server runs. And now we can start installing applications, binary packages. Let's do that first. Okay, so I am the user root. I would want to install some packages. Let's see if there's a command line parameter search for package in. The name of the package for the bash command line terminal shell is bash. So let's start installing package in install. I want bash. I want Midnight Commander, maybe Nano, Git. 41 binary packages to install. The Perl 5 modules are probably a dependency of Git. Curl. The nano editor, midnight commander, the text user interface file manager. Either the download speed or the download and install speed is not that great. Next up, I want to change the shell of both users, admin and root, to be bash. When the package bash was installed, it said that it has edited /etc/shells file and appended a line /usr/package/bin/bash. Let's see if that's the case. /etc/shells. Yes, it's the final line to be appended there. Command line change shells chsh -s and then this line. Final line in file /etc/shells, which is /usr/package/bin/bash. I'm not the user root anymore. I press Ctrl D. And the same command line, change shell -s, and then the full path to the bash executable. Exit the SSH connection, reconnect using SSH as user admin, and now I'm inside the bash shell. Next up, I would want to be able to connect to the virtual machine in graphical user interface mode using the Tiger VNC server. Let's see how we do that. Become super user, package in, search. Let's install one more package. Let's install Emacs first. The text user interface version, not the GUI version one. So Emacs no X11, I'm going to guess this is the one, but without version. Package in, install, and middle click paste. Two packages to install, the newest version of Emacs 30 and the no X11 version. So without GTK, without any form of GUI, just inside the terminal. Next up, let's install the Tiger VNC package. So that's package in, search, Tiger VNC. There's just one possibility, which is just Tiger VNC. Package in, install, Tiger VNC. FLTK, Fast Light Toolkit. GPG, High Color Icon Theme, X Library XFT, libjpeg, and PNG for image formats. Mozilla CA Certificate Authority certificates for cryptography. I'm going to reboot just in case. shut down space minus R space now. So starting from this point, I have just two things that I want to do. Make sure that I can connect in graphical user interface mode using the VNC server Tiger VNC. And I want to install as much of the KD binary packages that I'm used to as are available in this operating system. If a full X11 session for KD Plasma 6 is not available, I'm going to go with another desktop environment. But then I'm going to want to install the KD apps that I usually use, such as Kate, the text editor, Crusader, the twin pair file manager, and all of this hopefully without using the virtualization machine's graphical console spice. I'm not sure what's happening here. The SSH connection did not stop, the virtual machine did not reboot. Ctrl-Alt doesn't switch virtual terminals any longer. I should probably wait 10 minutes and then forcefully reboot the virtual machine. Okay, finally I could try to reconnect using SSH. Okay, so let's follow a bit of the procedure on how to enable the Tiger VNC server. So the steps should be, there's a binary that's called VNC password, which should be run as the user admin. Why not? Something doesn't look okay in here. Maybe the fact that I have forced rebooted the computer has destroyed the virtual disk or something. I don't manage to uninstall the Tiger VNC package no matter what I try. It says that there are null characters in various places, such as in /usr/package/package-db. And the executable that I tried to run, which is the VNC password, also seems to be broken. Whatever this character is. It has a certain size, but there's only this one character 4,000 times. At this point, you should probably just delete the virtual machine and reinstall from scratch. I need to do things like package admin rebuild, and that complains that certain metadata about a package that's available in the local cache in /usr/package/package-db is incorrect. So it complained about libjpack turbo. So I needed to delete this directory /usr/package/package-db/libjpack-turbo and then the version. I tried pkg_admin again rebuild, and now there's problems with xkeyboard, libgcrypt, etc. So like the last time we have run package in install Tiger VNC, something went wrong. Wrong files were written to /usr, and wrong files were written to /usr/package/packagedb. Let's see if we can. We probably also need to reinstall all of these packages. Let's see how we do that. Package in, remove Tiger VNC. No package to delete. Wow. I'm trying all sorts of things. Maybe it works, or maybe not. So now it thinks that none of these packages are installed, when all I did was to delete the directories of the corrupted package installations that had no @ name. Hopefully this time the transaction is actually committed to the disk, not just to a, I don't know, a journal or something. Let's look at the VNC password file again. And now it actually is a valid ELF file. Control G, Control X, C. Okay. Hopefully we're back in business. VNC password and segmentation fault. Yeah. Who knows what else is corrupt at this point. So it was extremely easy for me to corrupt the disk in NetBSD 11. So at this point I should just reinstall the operating system, which maybe I'm not going to do. So I have a very similar YouTube video to this one, but using NetBSD 11.0 RC release candidate 1. And if it were not for this corruption error, what I would do is I would run VNC password to set a password for the VNC server, then run VNC server, which is another executable. This guy, VNC server. And then I would connect from my host computer using the VNC viewer, also from the Tiger VNC project. That would log me into a graphical user interface session using the default window manager that's installed from the sets from NetBSD. Then I would look at the list of binary packages available for NetBSD. I would install some of the apps that I need in there, and then I would look to see if KWin and the KD Plasma 6 session is available in the list of packages. So let's just look at the list of the packages, and then this should be it. So this list should be huge. Let's wait for the page to finish downloading. So in emergency case, I would install the LXQt desktop environment if I don't have anything better. So that's pkg in space install LXQt. Let's see if we have KWin. and we do. Okay. And the Plasma session. So we have Plasma 6K Win X11. Hopefully the entire session is available, because if the X11 window manager works correctly on this version of the NetBSD operating system, I'm not sure why the rest of the session would not work. There's Plasma activities. Yeah, I'm not sure which of these is the actual session, to see if the session is available or not. Yeah, and then the packages that I want, or applications, the text editor kit, the twin pane file manager, not available. Let's see the graphical user interface diff viewer meld. It's available. A web browser, Firefox and Firefox ESR. What about Chromium? No such thing. Yeah, so this would be it. But again, my track was stopped halfway through because of the disk corruption issue that I have encountered. So this is it. This is how to install the latest version NetBSD 11.0 in a QEMU virtual machine. I managed to install the SSH server and various command line packages after I have connected via the SSH server as the SSH protocol. But then I also wanted to set up Tiger VNC server and some KDE applications. Thank you.